Carol and Clyde were on patrol tonight with the officers of the Fort Thomas Police Department. This cruiser is equipped with LPR, that's the license plate reader system and database. It has one unique feature. It allows officers to hit rewind so they can go back in time to observe a suspect's movements in the hours and days before a crime was committed.
This was a predator. This was a child predator.
His target, young girls walking home from school.
He was sexually turned on by these young girls. The ages were 11 and 12, so these were children.
Fort Thomas police launched a manhunt after two girls ran home screaming that a stranger was following them in his car.
Speaking with these girls, they were fearful. They thought they were going to be abducted.
There was someone else watching too, or something else, an LPR camera. The automated license plate reader system attached to a Fort Thomas police cruiser had detected and recorded a suspicious car prowling different schools at the same time over several days.
And we had a picture of his car in this area at this date and time. There's nothing he could do to disprove it or to try to lie his way out of it. We presented all that evidence to this suspect. He said, yeah, you got me. You got me.
While the children of Fort Thomas walk home safely from school, the sex offender is behind bars. He pleaded guilty when confronted with photos of his car, automatically captured and saved by the LPR system before the girls had even reported he was exposing himself.
After he admitted to it, we asked him why. He said he just had these urges. And I asked him what was the next step, and he was afraid. He goes, I don't know, and I'm scared of that.
So you're pretty convinced you stopped a much worse crime?
There's a good potential he would have escalated, and maybe a kidnapping, maybe a sexual abuse or rape, I don't know.
Actually preventing crime before it occurs has long been the holy grail of law enforcement. But even if a tri-state investigator gets on the scene after a crime has occurred, the license plate reader database is like a window in time. It allows the investigator to take a look back in time not only before the crime occurred, but even before the criminal knew they were going to commit it. This SUV was caught by a Cincinnati LPR camera 10 minutes after a hit-and-run crash on Spring Grove Avenue in September. Note the bumper damage. But the LPR database also had a shot of the same vehicle recorded an hour before the crash that seriously injured another driver. No bumper damage. Police didn't just find their vehicle. They had before and after photos that led to an indictment against the owner.
That's the alert we get, is that high alert that you just heard.
Yeah, and that's something you need to check out?
It's indicating a stolen vehicle.
Officer Jennifer Rudolph drives Covington's LPR cruiser.
They average between 1,500 and 2,000 plates a day.
Plates that had to be called in over the radio when she started a decade ago. Now the LPR system automatically runs every tag it sees against a database of stolen and wanted vehicles.
It said used in a robbery and assault, and gave the description of the suspect during that incident, which he matched.
He was 20-year-old Edward Don. Police say he's the man on the left in this video of a brutal attack in a Florence gas station last month. The victim, paralyzed for life, also had his car stolen. The same car that passed Officer Rudolph's LPR cruiser on Madison Avenue in Covington. Would you have even known that that stolen vehicle was there without LPR technology?
No. But it would have just been another vehicle that had passed me. Once it was realized it was a stolen vehicle, that's when I decided it was going to be a felony stop, which is where we call them out from the vehicle at gunpoint.
Edward Don was behind the wheel. He's now charged with robbery and grand theft auto.
To me, it's given the family kind of peace of mind to know that this guy's not on the street. He's not going to do it to somebody else. And it was all because of a system that we were able to get on our vehicles.
A system that's now mounted on 134 police cruisers in the tri-state area, silently recording license plates into a database that has both caught and cleared suspects.
Not only does it help us prove that people are guilty, it helps us prove that innocent people are innocent. The tri-state LPR database now has 25 million records on file. The system purges those plates after a year. The 85 police departments involved had to agree not to use the LPR cameras for traffic enforcement or revenue generation. In other words, the LPR cameras are used to catch criminals, not speeders. Brendan Keefe, 9 on your side on the streets of Fort Thomas.